Hi, my awesome parents and sweet babies. I hope you're enjoying this time with your families. I know this is a very weird time and hopefully it doesn't last much longer, but I have sent home all of these notebooks to your porches this week. I hope you were able to find those. So I'm going to quickly go over what you'll find inside, so that way it will be crystal clear of what the expectations are this week. So that way you are understanding of what we're supposed to be doing. So I'm going to open it up and go ahead and get started. On the left side, you're going to find some matching games. So I'm going to go over those first. So on each matching game, there's going to be a paper clip. So for this one, this is over beginning sounds. So you need to take the paper clip off. And the first one is beginning sounds. So it's going to have the letters, and then directly behind it is going to be set 1. So these two will go together. So you're going to cut these out, and you're going to match them to the letter over here. So for instance, this is a donut. So donut makes the d sound. So then you're going to cut out all of these, and you're going to put it on the D, or your child is. Okay, so that goes with this one. If you'd like to put it in a little plastic bag, these little pictures you can, to make sure that we don't lose those. This is a lowercase match, and this one will go with these letters. So the lowercase match will go with the lowercase letters. So you'll cut out these letters, and you'll match them with the uppercase letters, okay? And then the second one, or the third one, I'm sorry, is the uppercase match. So these are lowercase letters, and you're going to match it with the uppercase letters. So we're going to be practicing because they need to be able to recognize the uppercase letter with the lowercase letter together, because they're going to frequently be seeing those two letters together, and they need to realize that the lowercase k and the uppercase K are both K. So it's very important that you only cut out these squares for each one. So you might cut them out and then put them in a baggie and label uppercase match, lowercase match, beginning sounds to make sure that you don't lose them. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about is this sheet protector. So in this sheet protector, you'll find your child's name. I don't have mine in here because I don't have one to trace. I was going to do that, but I had forgotten, so I'm sorry. But it'll have your child's name with little dots for them to practice tracing. So I have placed a dry erase marker in your child's envelope, and they can practice that on here. They don't need to take the paper out of it. They can just trace it on here and then use the other side to erase it. And then you can just leave it in here, and that can just be daily practice. And then at the back of their notebook, of course I don't have them in here, but I know that you do, you'll find extra sheets of papers that have their names on it. And those are more than, you're totally fine to have your child write on those or do whatever they want with those. Those won't be in the sheet protectors, so you're free to do what you want with those. Or switch them out in the sheet protectors, whatever you'd like to do, but those are back here in your binder. So on this front page, it basically gives you all the information that you need to know going through this time. So it's very important that you read this paper. So it talks about when we're starting this, it talks about devices and how pre-K will not be getting devices. Some of you were able to get some if they have older siblings, which is great. We were told that pre-K will not be getting devices. And so if you'd like to go up to the school on Monday or tomorrow to try to get a device like a Chromebook or a Kindle, I'm not sure exactly which ones they are giving out. You can try to do that, but it's not guaranteed you'll get one. So that's totally up to you. Turning in work, it talks about how I'll be giving you the assigned work for your child, and then when it's due. So you can either send it to my cell phone directly, or you can send it to this Gmail, and that is our classroom email. So either one of those is fine, but we are required to get 2 grades per week. So if I do not receive the work that's due, your child will not be getting a grade. And unfortunately, report cards will be sent out, I'm sure, at the end of the 6 weeks. Not sure how that's going to happen, but just make sure that you send me those pictures. Moving on to attendance. Attendance will be taken. This is different than I've actually been doing, and I've changed it. So every Tuesday and Friday, what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to send a text, and it's going to say attendance check. You can either respond by saying here, or you can send a picture of your child working, or you can send an emoji, you can like the text message, whatever you want to do, that's fine. But I need to know by your response that you're here, that your child is here. So send me something so I can mark you present. And we put in attendance at 4 p.m. every day on Tuesday and Friday. Not every day, I apologize. Tuesdays and Fridays. So if I unfortunately do not get a response from you, I do have to mark your child absent. So please make sure that you do that. Meals. Every Monday and Thursday, Medrano Middle School is going to be giving out breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 days for children. So make sure you read this section if you're in need of that, to make sure that you're doing that. Going over to the next page. This is talking about our websites. So there are plenty of free educational websites out there. If you would like to use those, you're more than welcome to. These are the ones that are attached to our classroom. So Teacher Monster to Read, we actually have a class code, and I'll be able to see kind of where your student is, how your student's doing. ABC, yeah, I can't track them, but it gives them kind of free things to do. Lalilo, I can actually see where your child is, and so that's actually really cool. And then down here are the directions of how to get on Lalilo. On the back of this paper, you'll find the math websites. Happy Numbers, I'll be able to track your student, which is good to make sure that they're practicing. Greg Tang Math, that's more of kind of a creative, more of an elite math. It kind of makes your child think a little bit more, so it can be a little bit more difficult. But if you'd like to give your child a little bit more of a challenge, then you're more than welcome to do that. But it'll probably be a little bit more of a kindergarten level, but totally go and try it. Splash Learn, we also have a class code and a password. 5592, last 4 digits of my phone number. They know that because that's what we use for the iPads. So that should be a code that most of the children are remembering. You can remind them of that. So on Splash Learn, I actually have to assign them that. I will be doing assignments twice a week. That's not mandatory though. So if you'd like to complete them, you can, but that is definitely not mandatory. So don't think that that is. This is where we'll start on Monday. So on Monday, I will assign pages. We're not going to skip around because that would be way too confusing and the pages are not numbered. So we're basically going to start pretty obviously Monday and Tuesday will basically be the first 2 pages, which will be A and B, and then we'll go on from there. But as you can see, there are 3 different colored pages in here. The first color is this one. This is a surprise skill page. So that basically means that I'll be texting you and asking your child to complete a certain skill. Draw something big and something small, or make a pattern, draw a pattern, or whatever the case may be. So that is something that I'll tell you that day. Okay, and then another color you might see is name practice. Write your name 5 times. Remember the first letter as a capital. So they will write it 5 times on here. Make sure you can either do it in a marker or a crayon, but make sure I can see it. Sometimes the pencil won't be able to be seen on a paper this color. And then the last color is a fun color because we got to add some fun to this crazy time. It's free draw. So when they get to this page, they can draw whatever they want. They can color on it. Just try not to do permanent marker because if it is permanent marker, it will bleed through and then it will bleed through to this page. And I would hate for that to happen because I won't be able to see their work on the next page. So crayons, markers, colored pencils, pens, pencil, whatever it might be is great. Just make sure it's not permanent marker, please, because then that will make it more difficult. So please make sure that you're looking out to see what page we're working on, and that way you're going to be able to kind of understand where we are for the week. It's pretty self-explanatory. We're just going exactly how it is throughout the book. We're not skipping around. But if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help, and I look forward to talking to you soon. I hope everything's going great. I love y'all. Miss you.